Okay, so let me just say this before we get started with Tay Talks. Is basically my intro is just, hey, I'm Tay Talks. My name is Taylor. Sometimes I'll have people with me, sometimes I won't. And I think when I started the video, I was talking about being by yourself, which was the first part of self-love, which is what I'll be talking about today. Okay, let's get started with the video. Okay, so like I was saying before my phone storage died, be by yourself. Like, I've struggled with being by myself for a good minute because I felt like if I really just went to people for their attention and I couldn't really like learn to be by myself if I'm constantly looking for people to give me that attention, that reassurance. So that's also why I say be by yourself. And being by yourself is not just for other people, but it's also for you. When you're by yourself, you're okay with not talking to somebody every day. You're okay with doing things by yourself. You don't feel lonely because feeling lonely can also lead to depression, anxiety, like it can lead to a lot of other stuff. So when you learn to get over that fear of I can be by myself and I'm fine, then that's why I say be by yourself. That's really the number one step. And that's why I started off with it. Because that if you can't be by yourself, then that is something that you should definitely work on. Another thing is jealousy. I feel like jealousy is such a powerful thing. So when you're jealous, it could be of someone, something, or just the feeling of not having someone. That could also be jealousy. You don't have to be jealous of a certain person, but you could just be jealous that you feel like nobody's in your corner. Um, and you see people, and people are constantly with other people. It's just different things. So I feel like you're, if you feel like you're really jealous, take a second to look at the outside world. All those people who have a million friends by them, do you think they're truly happy? Do you think all those friends that they have by them are true friends? You know what I'm saying? For me, when I took a look at people who have a whole bunch of friends, I saw drama, a lot of it. And if you are one of those people who are just in a lot of drama, take a look at the circle that you're in. Drama can feel like it's fun at first, but it honestly gets tiring and draining. Speaking from experience, like it gets overwhelming and it gets annoying to deal with after a while. So that's also why I say jealousy can be an evil thing and it can really take you down as a person. It can really make you super tired, just take away a lot of your energy. And we want that energy to focus on ourselves, right? So we can't put that energy towards jealousy. And then social media is not real too. Like, I know people say that a lot, but it's really not real. You see these people with millions of dollars and they're living these lavish lives, but sometimes it's not what it seems. I know a lot of celebrities, billionaires, all their secrets being exposed. And you see that, yes, on the outside, they're throwing these big parties, they're just doing a lot of stuff, and it seems really fun until you see, okay, what's going on behind the scenes. So that's also why I say be happy with your life and don't be jealous of other people because you could have a really great life. Don't really like be just jealous of other people because it's just all something that you see is not always what it is. Um and so that's also something I learned. I used to like growing up, I used to kind of see how people's lives were. I used to go to a lot of summer camps too. And I used to feel like left out. I used to feel like people really didn't want to be my friends. But then I realized, okay, yeah, I feel left out, but the friends that I've made, I love all my friends, and the friends that I've made are most likely the ones that are going to be with me for hopefully a long time. And, even if they aren't, things happen. But I say that to basically say that sometimes you aren't going to have a perfect situation. Sometimes you aren't going to have anything perfect, but it's just kind of what you take out of it. And so that's why I say jealousy, because you can really look at something and it's just not something that you think it is. Another thing, as far as self love, is having hobbies. Like, hobbies are so important when it comes to self love because it gives you something to do, it gives you something to wake up and actually like feel energized to do. Um, if you are in school like me, I'm a senior in high school. It's so hard for me to not be stressed, especially with this being my last year of high school. I have to figure out getting into college, scholarships, all of that stuff. It's so difficult and stressful. But I like to bake, and that really takes my mind off a lot of stuff. Um, and that's just something that really helps me from not being super stressed out and just kind of focusing on that. And also, I like to get ready sometimes. You see, right now I look kind of crazy. I have to take my lashes off because I have to clean my lashes, but I still look good. But yeah, like, just kind of having stuff to do, having hobbies, just finding things that you love to do to kind of distract yourself from the outside world for just even a little second. And that's also why I love baking, because it's just something that people can't take away from me. This is definitely something I kind of want to go into detail about. So this might be a little bit longer. Second, this next one is know your worth. Like, I know a lot of people are like, I know my worth, I know all this, that. But a lot of times you may know your worth, but you kind of don't really portray that to other people. So a lot of people will take advantage of you and be like, yeah, this is how much I think you're worth. I've been in so many situations where I've literally shown somebody, like, yeah, this is how much I'm worth. I don't care what you think, what your friends tell you, what your grandmama tell you. This is how much I know I'm worth. And if you don't think that, then you ain't the one for me. Goodbye. It's so simple as that. Like, I promise you. Well, it's not that simple, but it's just knowing your worth. Because when you know your worth, you will stand your ground. You will not let nobody play with you, for real. Because people will play with you. People will test the water. I always let people know my worth, no matter who they are, okay? Because one thing I will not do is let somebody play with me for too long before I let you know. And I say too long because I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm perfect, like I always stand my ground, because I don't. But that's a part of life and that's a part of learning. But how can I portray my worth to somebody if I don't even know? Which goes to that first one, be by yourself, learn to love yourself first. The second one I said, jealousy. Basically, like, knowing, look, I don't have to be jealous of anybody because I know this is what I do. I know this is how my life is supposed to be. And the third one I said, have hobbies. That was the third one. Oops. So, when I'm saying this, all of this is tying together, y'all. When you focus on those first three, these next two are nothing. Like, it's so easy to, it's just easier. I won't say easy, but it's easier for sure because you are showing people, because you already know in your mind, this is what I'm worth. Media. I have Twitter. I do be looking at Twitter, and I just see a lot of situations where people are getting treated so badly. And honestly, it hurts me to see people like that because I feel like a lot of people go and let a lot of things happen. And sometimes it's not because they don't know their worth, but sometimes it's because they're just so deep in a situation they don't think they can get out of it. Going, hey, like, I can get out of this. I deserve to be out of this. And I like to go to God, because if I feel like I am in a situation, if I feel like I need guidance, I go to God because I'm Christian. if you have any other way or any other religion, you should definitely go to that God or whatever other way you might have. I don't know. But as a Christian, I like to go to God and seek guidance from God because I feel like if there's anybody who's going to know, it's going to be God. So that goes on to my last one. My fifth and final thing is cheating. Oh my gosh. This is such a big thing. A lot of people try to act like it just started in this generation, but cheating has been around forever. It has been around forever. A lot of people say I can't date in this generation. You probably wouldn't want to date in 1990 either, or 1980, or 1970, or not. It's just like it's always been a different issue in each generation. It's never been perfect, and that because we're human, we're all learning how to love each other, what we like and what we don't like. It's just different things. But a big thing I see on social media now is cheating. People be either promoting it, talking bad on it. What I have to say about it is I don't like it. I feel like if you're with somebody, then you should be devoted to that person. I feel like if you want somebody else, you should go out, leave that relationship and get with somebody else. Um I can't really speak on all the factors of cheating because I personally I don't know. A lot of people are in different minds. But one thing I try to be is very open to hearing people out and different opinions. And I know a lot of people be like, really? Like what cheaters, but a lot of people have different philosophy when it comes to that. So that's also why I say I like to listen to of other opinions about it. I'm always open to hearing somebody out on that topic matter. I'm never closed off or just like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Knowing your worth, you can figure out if you want to stay with a cheater or leave a cheater. But what I will in this video off with is basically just saying what my teacher has told me. And I know people say like teacher, whatever. But she told me when I was talking with her about something, she said, if you have a problem with somebody or if you're going through something with somebody and you forgive that person, don't bring up the issue anymore. And I know for a lot of people, he'll be like, what? Don't bring up the issue. What do you mean? But if you're willing to forgive somebody, you're only hurting the relationship by constantly bringing it up, constantly tearing them down. I promise you, if somebody did something right, and I say I forgive you, but it won't be the same. I understand that because you might love that person, but if you're gonna keep bringing it up, why stay with them? You know what I'm saying? Because you're only hurting the relationship even more than what has already happened. If you feel like you can't come back from cheating, then you have to leave them. You have to take that steps to leaving that person. I just wanted to end off by saying that. Now, maybe it might work for y'all relationship, I don't know. But for me personally, I feel like if you are in a relationship with somebody and you're constantly bringing up the issue that had happened that you forgave them about, then you really didn't forgive them and you really shouldn't stay in that situation. But on a lighter note, that's all for Tay Talks, late night talks, whatever it might be. I kind of like this vibe of like kind of like dark. I'm gonna get a better background, but still a work in progress. But I want to just get a podcast out for y'all because a lot of people have been asking me, and I was like, you know what, why not? But yeah, that's it for Tay Talks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I might do longer videos if I have more phone storage later on. We'll see. I don't know, but yeah, that's it for today. And I love all of you guys. But I really hope you guys enjoy. Guys, bye.